Welcome everyone back to my channel. It's the Black Grandpa, my financial journey channel. Today we'll be discussing the Vanguard Total International ETF. It's ticker VXUS. This is the fund that trades all the stocks in the non-US stock market. So there's over 5,000 stocks in this fund, in this ETF. Now it's good to diversify your funds and your holdings. You can't have everything in one. Everyone knows the U.S. stock market is the best and most profitable one in the world, but also there is a second stock market, which is the emerging markets and international markets. These are companies that are not U.S. based, but they're from other countries. You got UK, European countries, China. Even though China is the second largest economy in the world, they're considered an emerging market. So you got China, you got Taiwan. You got all these other countries that are smaller in size but has a potential of gaining massively. So it's good to diversify your funds, spread it all around, so you can have full diversity. So in any situation, in any climate, you're in the game to make profits, not just watch your money go down. It is one of the more volatile funds, only because you're dealing in foreign currencies, foreign stocks, foreign countries that some are volatile, some have political problems, um, dollar problems with the currencies. So when you have like volatile situations, it affects the market sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad way. That's why this fund is one of the more volatile ones. So, but it's not a fund that you would want to put in there as a big part of your investment. This is the kind of fund you put in there. No more than 20% of your funds should be allocated in this ETF. You're better off putting the majority of your funds into the U.S. stock market. Pick my go-to fund, which is the best ETF right now in the Vanguard lineup of ETFs, is the one I currently have is the Vanguard VTI, which is a total U.S. stock market. That there is the number one ETF that I have available right now, performing. They say that 92% of fund managers right now cannot beat that fund. So 92% of all the professionals in the U.S. or around the world cannot beat that, cannot give you a higher return than the Vanguard VTI. So that's my go-to fund. That's where I allocate about 70% of all my funds into that one asset. And then I got the other 30% into the VXUS. So those two funds allows me to have access to every stock on the planet, every stock in the U.S. stock market, every stock in the non-U.S. stock market internationally. So in total, if you combine both funds, there's over 8,000 stocks in those two funds. So that's you can't get any more diversified than that. So that's what I'm totally invested in right now. Let's go over some of the numbers, the details. Right now, if you were interested in buying this the Vanguard Total non-US stock market, VXUS, the share right now is going for $61.32 per share. You see, the VTI is going for $193 a share. This is going for $61.32. It's a lot cheaper than the US stock market share, but you're not getting back as a good return. Year to date right now, after 1 year in the VXUS, it's returned 5.95%. Not a great amount, I must admit, but you're getting back something, double inflation right now. So that's a pretty good thing, and it's a good hedge to have full diversification. Right now, the expense ratio for the VXUS, the expense ratio right now is 0.08% of your holdings, which is not bad. It's less than 1%. It's almost free. This is a passive ETF, so it's not actively managed. I believe once a year they review the stocks and then they allocate accordingly. So right now, if you really look at the top holdings in this ETF, right now the top holdings in this ETF is you got Alibaba. They're in at 1.69%. You got Rogers Corp. ROG at 0.84%. Unilever 0.56%. Those are the top three holdings. Now, those are probably names you've never heard of before, but those are all international stocks. So those aren't names you'd hear from over here in Canada, where I'm at right now, or in the USA. But it's got, every stock that's in the non-US international stock market has a percentage-wise, as opposed to its size. Alibaba right now is probably one of the biggest emerging market companies, even though they're taking a beating right now because the Chinese government is going after them for some reason, and it's killing their stocks. Their stocks has gone down from over $300 per share. Now it's down to like $225 per share. So if you're a smart investor, this would be a good time to buy. They say that it's best to buy when it drops like 30%, and I believe it's gone down about 30%. So if you're an Alibaba fan, you love the company, you want to invest in that company, this would be a good time to do so. Now keep in mind, I'm not a professional. I'm not giving you stock advice or financial advice. This is just my financial journey, and this is just for educational purposes and entertainment. So do not follow my advice. These are just my choices that I'm choosing for me. So I'm not giving you advice. Do your due diligence, do your own research, and choose a stocks or ETF that's suitable for you. Let's go on. So we're going to go to the sector weightings for this fund. Basic materials is at 8.03% of the fund. Communication services comes in at 7.43% of this fund. We got consumer cyclical, which comes in at 12.32%. Consumer defensive comes in at 8.54%. Energy is at 4.28%. Financial services comes in at 17.51%. Healthcare is at 9.68%. Industrials comes in at 12.98%. Real estate, 3.62%. Technology comes in at 12.3%. And utilities comes in at 3.3%. Now, as you can see by that breakdown, it covers everything, every category of everyday life. So you're well diversified in every category, every company on the planet. You can't go wrong with that. If utilities is going down, technology may be going up. So if one goes down, one goes up. So it's very rare that everything goes down at the same time. But even if the stocks go down, and if we go into a recession and the price and the stocks tank, the one thing that the stock market has always proven over time is that it goes up. No matter how far it goes down, it goes up, and when it comes up higher than when it went down. So that's, nothing in life is guaranteed. There are risks in everything we do. There's also risk in the stock market. But life is a risk. You can step out of your house today and not make it home. Because there's no guarantees in life. No one's promised another day. So let's move on. Let's check out that geographic breakdown. We're gonna see what countries and the percentage that's allocated into this fund. We got Africa, which is in at 1.1%. We got Asia developed, which comes in at 10.8%. We got Asia emerging, which comes in at 16.1%. We got Australia Asia comes in at 5% of this fund. Canada, Canada. We're in at 6.4% of this fund. Europe emerging comes in at 1.1%. Europe ex-Euro comes in at 10.2%. Eurozone comes in at 19% of this fund. Japan comes in at 16.8% of this fund. Latin America, 2.3%. Middle East, 1.7%. United Kingdom comes in at 8.9%. And the United States comes in at 0.16%, which is almost nothing. So even though it says US is not in this fund, it's there, 0.6%, which is not bad. So as you can see by the breakdown, geographic breakdown of this ETF, pretty much every part of the planet is on this fund. Non-US is in this fund. So you can't go wrong. So even though some parts of the world, some parts of the economies in the world are tanking or going under, there's always be other parts of there will always be other parts of the planet, of this planet, that's going up. So when you have a fund like this, you're well diversified. If somebody's going down, somebody's going up. So these are the two funds that I'm currently invested in: the Vanguard VTI Total U.S. Stock Market ETF, and the Vanguard Total International Stock ETF VXUS. You have these. If you have these two funds, ETFs in your portfolio, you don't need to do nothing else. You don't need to buy another stock, another share, or nothing. Once you have these two ETFs in your portfolio, you're well diversified. It means you're invested on every stock on the planet. And year to date right now, the Vanguard VTI Total U.S. Stock Market brings back a return from last year to this year. You're looking at 19% return. That's pretty awesome. 19% return. When in March the stock market took a 30% dip. People lost their shirts in March. Fortunes were made, fortunes were lost. But if you had this one fund, you invest your funds in steadily, dollar cost averaging, once a week, once a month, once every couple months, whenever you're able to, deposit some money in this fund, forget about it, sit back, and watch your investment grow. So again, I'm not giving advice. I'm not a financial planner. These are just my personal views and opinions. So do your own due diligence. If you're interested in investing, leave me a comment down below. Maybe we can collaborate. We can work together. We can help you stretch your financial journey as well, because it isn't just about me and my financial journey. I want to inspire other people to go out there and invest for their future, for their family's future. Because working 9 to 5 has told us one thing during this pandemic is working a 9 to 5 job. There's no guarantees. You can be in a great job, great career. Pandemic hits. Now you're out of a job, out of a career. You can't pay your mortgage. You weren't planning for it. You weren't planning ahead of time you weren't investing for the future because you thought everything was there would be no problems. Granted, nobody expected a pandemic to hit. So but in life you have to hope for the best, prepare for the worst. So that's all I have for right now. Until next time, my friends, you take care, stay safe, and Happy New Year.